Hello guys, Mr. Silk here from Oslo, Norway. I just had a seminar in Lisbon, Portugal, and one of the questions that really came up was the icebreaker, the way you approach women and break the ice. So a lot of guys are trying to sound natural. They want to have an opener that makes it feel natural and sound natural. But here comes the thing. Even though you have an opener that sounds natural, it will never feel natural in the beginning. If you have never approached a woman before, it will always feel unnatural because you're doing something most guys don't. And you're also doing something that goes against your nature in terms of feelings. There are so many things happening in the brain. When you want to approach that woman, it will always feel unnatural in the beginning. It will. And after a while, when you overcome the fear of approaching, the fear of rejection, you will never completely overcome it, but you will do it anyway, despite the feeling of, you will overcome it, but you will still have the feeling of approach anxiety. And I know that guys are always trying to find a reason to approach, almost like they want to make a situational opener, because that makes sense, right? They see something on her, something they can comment on, and therefore it becomes really natural. But yet it won't feel natural in the beginning. So one of the best tips I have is to choose one opener and then practice that opener over and over and over again in order to be able to break the ice. And from my experience, being coaching close to 1,000 of men doing this, the opener will most of the time be something direct. Because there are so many guys that really want to have this indirect opener because they feel a little bit like it makes it easier for them. Because the woman won't be so surprised because you're coming inside indirectly and then you're just going to, in some way transit into a normal conversation. Trust me, when women don't know you, they will still be confused. They don't know what you want. And therefore, I believe that men automatically, after a while, knows that in order to be able to get into a normal conversation quite quickly, there has to be some kind of intent. And that intent should come from the basis of curiosity. You just wanted to say hi, you just wanted to meet her really quick, and so on. You could even say that you think that she looked interesting and you just wanted to say hi. That is something that comes from a genuine standpoint, from an authentic standpoint. And once you start doing it for a while, I believe that that is probably the opener that's going to feel as most natural in the end, because that is actually what you want to do. So you're coming in with a genuine opener. Anyway, with that said, how important is the opener itself? Well, once you get into a normal conversation, the women don't care so much what you open with, unless it was some kind of a disrespectful opener or some kind of a too gimmicky opener that is made for picking her up, so to speak. And that is also not that good. But other than that, let's say now that you approach a woman, you open with whatever, and then you start the normal conversation for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you exit and you manage to pull her number or any kind of contact detail. What about the opener then? Most of the time she forgot what you opened with. She don't care what you open with. And that is because the magic is happening during the conversation itself. It's the conversation that you're having with her that actually matters, not the opener. The opener is just as what it sounds like, an icebreaker, just to break the ice. Anyway guys, I hope you like this video, and I see you in the next one.